You are promoting this film in the middle of a legal battle too. Your fellow singer Meesha Shafi has accused you of sexual harassment. You are suing her for defamation. What exactly happened there?
See, people will find out in time. With time, everything comes out and the truth unveils itself. I, since day one, said that I will not fight this over media, social media, anything, and I'll take the professional course, and I've sought professional remedies, and the due course of law shall, in time, give justice. And I hope that I get the justice that I deserve.
Meesha Shafi says whatever happened was traumatic for her. Could you have intentionally or unintentionally maybe have offended or harmed or affected her in any way? Because this is a question you've been asked on social media by other people as well.
No, never could have that happened, because if it did, she was a very close family friend. She used to come to our house, she was my wife's friend, and we had a concert together, and the jam that she's talking about, that has a video, and there were 10 witnesses. Two witnesses out of that jam session were women. They came out in the open and said that we were there. How could she even think and say this? And we have a lot of other stuff too, which is presented in the court to validate our point of view, and you shall see in time. There's a completely different story behind this, which I cannot talk about, but it will come in front of people in due time.
What do you think of the Me Too movement more widely, Ali?
I deeply respect it. See, the thing is, why do I respect it? Is that for many years, I personally, with my family and with my foundation, the Zafar Foundation, we've been working towards empowering women and educating women from those sections of society who don't have the means to do that. We are looking after these sexually harassed women in the inner city of Lahore, where we rehabilitate them and their families and children so that they could live respectable lives. Women have been subject to all of these things, and we need to understand their plight and where that emotion comes from, because we have suppressed them as men in general. So we as men need to understand that and address that, and need to change things in a lot of ways. And that is why I'm saying, that is why I was more hurt, because I've been working towards that, women empowerment. And so anyway, let's talk about something.
Just before I do, I want to ask you, what do you think Meesha Shafi has to gain from all of this if her allegations aren't true?
See, what she has to gain from it is something that I should not comment on, especially at this point.
There are calls to boycott Teefa In Trouble because it's coincided with the timing of these allegations. Does that worry you at all? Does the financial risk of this film not performing worry you?
I don't worry, because when you know that when you know things, when you're on the right side of history and you know the truth, you don't worry, because falsehood by its nature is bound to perish. That's what the Quran says. And I'm a strong believer in that.
You could have made this film on a smaller budget and still made it look that big. Why was it important for you not to take any shortcuts in that?
Because I don't believe in shortcuts, unlike many other people.
It must, to some extent, be hard to work around people who don't think the same way as you.
Well, let me just say, it's an uphill battle every day. You come across challenges, and I aspire for greatness. And when you read about all the people who've become great in life, they've always faced all these challenges and battles and made their way through it. And that is how and why they become who they are, because they're, perhaps, I'm not saying that I'm that person, but they're always thinking ahead of their time. They're always ahead of everyone. The thought process is very different from the other people. And it's always very difficult for them to make the other people understand what they're thinking and what is the vision, what is the goal.